Hello and welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Alliance of course. I'm your host Clay, and with me, like every single week, of course, is Katie. Katie, how you doing today?
I'm stressed. I've been up since 5 a.m. I apparently have a sick toddler.
It's
We're going to make
so
it. I have
so
coffee.
it's funny that you say that. Do you remember our conversation about whether we would even attempt to stay up and watch these episodes?
Yeah.
So, believe it or not, I found myself just randomly playing a video game last night, and I was just playing and playing, just like because I was just in the mood to play a video game. That was it, and I was just
Uh-huh.
playing and playing, and there wasn't like it was actually a pretty hard part of the game, and so I'm like, I'm gonna get through this. I'm not gonna go to bed until I can get through this, and so I started to really hunker down and try to get it done, and then I'm like, you know what? I think I should take a break. And as soon as I said that, I looked down at the clock and I was like, wait a second. That is. It's already time to watch Visions. I'll watch the
Perfect break
first.
time.
I'll watch the first two episodes and then I'll go to bed. And then, Katie, this is where I made the mistake. I've been living in Indiana for 2 whole years. And for some reason, I still can't tell the difference between Central Time and Standard or Eastern Standard Time because it was only 1:45. And at 2 o'clock, I pressed on Star Wars on Disney Plus, expecting for Visions to be the very first thing that I can click, and it wasn't there. And I was like, what is
It's
going
not
on?
there.
Why is it not here? It should be right here. And then I looked at the time and I'm like, wait a second. It used to be 2 a.m. because I was in Texas. It's now
Yep.
3 a.m.
Yep.
Hell no, I'm going to bed. And so I just went to bed. And I watched all of this, of course, all day. A majority of it I watched this morning. And then, because I was donating plasma, so I watched the majority of it while I was donating. And then watched the rest while Amberlyn was, of course, taking her nap. But guys, we are going to be reviewing. Reviewing is a pretty strong word for what we're going to be doing right now. We're
First
giving
thoughts.
surface level thoughts and rankings of Star Wars Visions Volume 3. We will be going into the nitty gritty of every single episode in the upcoming weeks of November. Because there is a lot in each one of these episodes that I would love to talk about. And I'm sure Katie would love to talk about. But if we did that for all 9 episodes, we would be here for 4 hours.
So we're going to break it up for all in November.
Yes. So, we're going to do, like we just said, surface level thoughts, and then we will do, of course, our rankings. The rankings we will start at 9. So, what we thought was I won't say worst is like a harsh word. I would say like what we liked the least to the
Mm-hmm.
point of what we liked the best.
Yes.
So,
And guys, just because I'm remembering this at the start, the embargo for Master of Evil is up, which means
yes.
our review is out in the wild. And that was a wild one. Um, that was a wild one because we probably spent 20 minutes dealing with the fact that I missed a key word, actually, like a key sentence in one of the final chapters that changed my entire perspective on the book. So now I have to go back and reread and try to recombobulate my thoughts. So that was great. Book is going to be out November 11th, guys. So if you're like, well, if you want to wait until you've read the book to come back to the review, don't worry. We'll have the link for you guys still. It's no biggie, but if you like to listen to those reviews ahead of schedule, that review is out for you guys. We did go into spoilers, but not like too much, but obviously talking about something in one of the final chapters.
To get a better idea of what Katie had been missing, we went into spoilers that way to help explain it. In that review, Katie even says that we will come back around, probably after its release, so that way we can talk a little bit more about it. And then we will discuss Katie's third reread of the book to see if she feels better about the discussion.
Who knows? We'll see.
But let's go ahead and jump into this surface level thought review of Star Wars Visions Volume 3. Now, Katie, why don't you go ahead and do us the honors of sharing your surface level thoughts first?
So I enjoyed most of what we got. I do think the sequels were super interesting. I'm excited to delve deeper into those, but like right now, I didn't go back and rewatch those because I wanted to kind of approach things with a clean slate.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody going, "Oh, hey, this looks interesting. Like, what is this about?" kind of thing. So when we go into that, we're going to tackle the sequels individually, guys, as one of the direct episodes, so we can talk about the sequel aspects. But I thought I really enjoyed those. There's, I think, more misses in a fine way, in like a, okay, this is okay kind of vibe, than there has been in previous seasons. And this volume has the one that I would say I would not watch again. Like, this is the first time I'm saying that.
I think we probably have the same one. Knowing you and knowing our taste, I think we have it. In that case, I think our number 9, because that's how we're going to be ranking these. We're going to go first the least favorite to the favorite. So 9 to 1. I think we might be sharing our number 9.
I'm so scared about it too, because it's like a hot topic in film discussion, but like I really just did not like this one. And think when we delve deeper into it, I probably still won't like it. So yeah.
I am actually like dreading kind of watching it again, because we will have to do a deep dive of it. But my surface level thoughts, I agree almost with everything that you just said. I was more I was more hyped at the end of Volume 1 and at the end of Volume 2. At the end of Volume 3, there's one episode of Volume 3 that, like, my jaw dropped, I threw a fist in the air, and, like, I was really excited. Like, and I actually watched that one a second time in the Japanese language. The way that it was, technically drawn and animated for. So I did that. That's the only one that I went back and watched again in a different language.
So we were going to do the subs this morning, while I didn't have to worry about a toddler and everything, yada yada. This is probably bad of me because I did not adequately prepare for this. But on the audio, they had the Asian languages in Asian characters. So I couldn't tell which one was Japanese and stuff. And like previous years, it's like, oh, here's the natural one. or like here's sub format kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't that option for this. So we ended up just going straight dubs. But when we go deep dive, I do want to watch the subtitles.
Correct me if I'm wrong, and I can go back to Disney Plus to double check this. I thought that Volume 1, at the very least, released with 2 versions of every episode. Did they or did they not?
That doesn't sound familiar.
Okay. Then I must be going crazy, because I thought when I opened Disney Plus today that I would be getting a English version and a Japanese version, and then I could choose between the 2 on each one. That's not the case. You actually have to press the settings, go into audio, and then choose either Japanese, Spanish, what have you.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the English subtitles.
Yeah. So obviously I can't share my screen right now, but on my computer, I have Chinese, and then I have Japanese, Korean. The Chinese on my TV and the Japanese and Korean was all in Asian characters. So I could not tell
cool.
which one was which. Because I was like, okay, I know all of these are Japanese. I just need to select Japanese. And at 5 a.m. in the morning, I'm not...
with you not knowing the characters of the alphabet, that's understandable.
So
it's so weird that, like, of course, just because of the way these websites and apps are generated, if you have a certain setting on your web browser, please have it in your app. Please have it on, like, because I'm looking at these settings right now, and it's going Dutch, English, Spanish, French, Italian, Japanese, and then lower it has like Mandarin and things like that. So, like, that's silly. That's a little silly, to be honest.
So that was frustration number 1 this morning, because I really did, especially after the previous volumes of Visions, I did want to do subs when I have the capability to do subs. Because I do understand that we get a better idea of how the emotion is supposed to portray in these episodes and whatnot. The other issue that I had is, so I am cheap and I don't pay for ad-free Disney Plus. Tell me why for the dual payback, I had 5 1-minute and 30-second ad breaks in the dual payback. And I had like 4 in the next one. I had 4 in the next one. Like,
okay, see, this is why I have
pissed off about this.
This is why I have a problem with capitalism, on top of a whole bunch of stuff. But for the fact that this is a 23-minute episode, the dual payback is a 23-minute episode. You should, let's take it for our network, guys. If you, of course, are listening to this, you know that anything less than 30 minutes, you're probably going to hear 1, if not 2, advertisements. That's just how it is. You either put an ad at the beginning or in the middle of these small episodes. There is no reason why it should break 3. Like, it should not get any higher than 3 ads.
Yeah, it was 1 in the beginning, and then it was 4 in the middle. Like, so you're talking, I got up at 5. We were down the stairs by 5:15. I should have been able, in an hour, I should have been able to knock out 3.5 episodes.
Yeah.
And I barely knocked out 3 before my toddler woke up. And
that's insane.
So I was super not happy with that this morning, because there's no reason that should have had to happen.
Yeah, not cool.
You're screwing your audience with this, because there's some people who are not reviewing these who want to go away from that.
Not only that, again, for the 3rd year in a row, Disney just does not like to promote Visions at all. There is no marketing for this show.
It started the week of, because we've been getting individual posters for the episodes. You
Mhm.
can't tell me that you couldn't have been doing one a week or two a week in the past month. Like,
Not only that, but like the fact that we didn't get a trailer until I want to say 3 weeks ago,
mhm.
and we have not gotten any more like mini trailers or like mini advertisements, like nothing. Like take 3 to 15 seconds of any one of these episodes, throw in a available October 29th text in the middle of that clip, along with your Disney Plus logo, boom. It's literally all you have to do. And yet we did not see any of that.
Yeah.
Like in the age of everybody doing social media marketing, there's nothing shown for this. Like the banners, the posters, whatever you were mentioning before, not everybody's going to see those.
Yep.
So like I think Disney needs to do better. 100%. But let's go ahead and move on to our ranking. Oh, well, do you have any more insight?
No, not really. Like, those are my biggest things. And obviously, the ads, the promotion, that has really nothing to do with the internal review that we're about to do for everything. That's a Disney thing.
Yes.
And it's basically the ad breaks, maybe not so much, because I get ad breaks, guys. I do. Like Clay said, we put them here. I don't get having 5 in 23 minutes. That was my biggest complaint with that. So everything else should be content based going forward. So Clay, because you think you have an idea of what my number 9 is, why don't you tell us what your number 9 is?
Number 9, Black.
Yep.
So, the description on Black. On the cusp of defeat, a psychedelic battle plays out in the haunted psyche of an Imperial trooper. Guys, I'm going to say something very controversial. And I hope this is not the case. I truly believe that every single one of these studios has way more integrity than what I'm about to proclaim. And if there is any proof and people want to share with me, 100% please do. But my hottest take of episode 9, Black, is for one, I fell asleep watching it. In less than 10, it is less than 12 minutes. It is like 11 minutes something. And that's with the credits. So really it's like 10 minutes and something.
It's 14 minutes.
It's 14 minutes. Okay. I fell asleep. And when I say fell asleep, I fell asleep for maybe like, I dozed off is probably what I should say. For like maybe 3 or 4 seconds. And then I woke back up. But my hot take and my very controversial take is because of the weird psychedelic like thing that they wanted to portray, this looked like a big AI mess. And I didn't want to I didn't even want to say it out loud when I was watching it, and like Abby came into the room. She's like, "What are you watching?" And I was like, "It's Star Wars Visions, but honestly, and I hate to say this, it kind of looks like a hot AI mess with a whole bunch of different music attached to it."
I would have done better with this one. And just to reiterate, this is my number 9, guys, in case you missed me saying yep. I would have done a lot better if they had truly treated this like a music video. If you had had like a Japanese song playing with it or something, like something to articulate the story, because for some reason, I remembered the discussion about this at Celebration. The guy in the Imperial Trooper outfit is technically a Jedi. I don't remember if that's accurate or not.
We had mentioned something around Celebration that like, oh, this is the battle between good and evil. There's gonna be somebody undercover, like something like that. We had talked about
So
it.
I feel like this is the one then. Um, I just I have never done well with silent films in general. That's one of the things that made me so nervous about Tales of the Jedi and
Uh-huh.
stuff like that is because it was described as relatively a silent film, like very minimal dialogue. It has turned into not that. Um, but
Yeah.
it was described as a silent film. And I am not a fan. And this gave me even more reason not to be a fan. Because it looks like there's a hot mess. And eventually I will probably get the story together. But I watched it twice. And that was 2 times too many for me.
Yeah. See, I did not have the strength to watch it again. There was like your whole idea of like there being it more of like a music video type thing. I can see this being in the same vein of something like a Disney's Fantasia.
Yeah.
Um, but it wasn't that. Like you talk about like, oh, a psychedelic battle plays out in the haunted psyche of Imperial Trooper. There is no story. There's just chaos. Like
Mhm.
there's nothing there. And then
It's a
like
lot of imagery.
it's a lot
It
of imagery, and then in the middle of the entire thing, for a blink and you miss it moment, there's a whole bunch of people in swimsuits in bikinis. Um,
I was like, "Is that like a butt?"
well, like
Like
when it happened, I'm like, is this even taking place in the Star Wars galaxy? What's
mhm.
going on? So like honestly, guys, this may be the in-depth review that you're getting now. Um, because I don't know how we're gonna feel with coming back to this next week or the week prior, or the week after. Um, so let's move on to number 8.
So, I guess it's my turn to go first. Is it? Um, so I would probably say my number 8. Uh,
Mine's a hot take, probably, but you keep going.
I think mine is probably The Smuggler, which is number
Okay.
7.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Episode 7. Yeah.
and it's not for any bad reason. Like we talk about 9, it is a big leap to
Yes.
8.
Yes. I
This
think
is like,
there would need to be a couple more volumes to reach episode 9.
yeah, like it is literally just that big of a difference, guys, where I have like a middle pack and the smuggler probably ends the middle pack. Like, but next week we talk about it, that could completely change. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, the smuggler, there just doesn't feel like a ton of depth there. It feels like they're trying to do too much with very little time. I think. I do enjoy the animation. The animation is probably one. It's very traditional anime. I feel like, so it lends itself to being more friendly to like a person who doesn't typically watch anime because it's something that you're used to. Um,
Yes.
other than that,
The studio was Studio Trigger is the one who animates the smuggler. Um, the smuggler is somewhere else on my list. I'm not going to reveal where. My controversial take for my number 8 is The Duel Payback.
oh,
Yes, the very first episode, the sequel to The Duel. And I think there is a bias that is breaching this ranking, and that bias being the
Ronan.
sequel novel, Ronin. Um, I think I just really enjoyed the like weirdness of its own universe and like being more magical than
Hmm.
steampunk,
Yeah.
you know? Um and that is why when I watched it, I was like, okay, I'm still getting all the same vibes. I'm getting all the same vibes, but when I'm looking at the strength of everything else this season, Payback just doesn't cut it for me.
And it is my number 7. Because of the same reasons. I liked the story a little bit better than what we get in The Smuggler. And I really enjoy the animation. But I was like crossing my fingers that they were going to at least pay a little bit of attention to Ronan, and they didn't. So,
Well, it
and
makes me and that's totally fair. I want to go
that's
ahead and yeah, go ahead.
just that's totally the studio's rate. Lucasfilm does it all the time. You can't expect some other studio to go, okay, yeah, we give you permission to do a sequel to this as part of the PR methodology, but then we still want to do our own thing. Like,
Well,
I can't blame a studio for doing that when Lucasfilm does it themselves.
yeah, and I also would have to go back to find out if the author reached out to the studio at all to like get any backstory on that world, you know? Um I can't remember if she did or not. This of course being Studio uh Kamikaze and Anima. Doja and Anima is the one who animated the dual Payback.
It does not look like. Oh wait, that might be the acknowledgments.
Oh well, that's I think a little different than.
Um, yeah, I don't see anything here that says um, like, hey, thanks for doing this kind of thing,
Yeah,
or thanks for, because sometimes Star Wars authors will go, I want to acknowledge these people for being references, kind
yeah,
of.
yeah. Very true. My number 7, since you just said it, yours, The Bird of Paradise. This is episode 8. This is the one with the very gorgeous
I love this
3D
animation.
3D animation. Looks absolutely amazing. I really did enjoy it. I love the character design. I really, really enjoy the by the way, this is Polygon Pictures,
Yeah.
who did the animation. I
And they
really
did Star
love
Wars Resistance.
yes. Um I love the back and forth between the art styles.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was really, really fun. But again, I felt the other stories were a bit stronger because when it comes to the story behind The Bird of Paradise, I felt like there needed to be more. I felt this one was too short.
So I think this one is probably a hot take at number 6.
Okay.
But I didn't connect with F in the original story, and I struggled to connect with her again here.
Whoa!
So the Lost Ones, the number 6 episode is my number 6.
Now, I will go ahead and say this. Lost Ones is 5, so it's not too crazy. It's not too crazy. Again, a reoccurring theme. And again, we will dive deeper into this on the final November episode because we're throwing the sequels in our final November episode for this year.
Yep.
I do think that Visions is coming back to Japan because there's just so much of these works that felt incomplete.
Yep.
So the Lost Ones feels like there could be more. And so that's why it was number 5 for me. But number 6 for me is actually Yuko's Treasure.
That's number 5 for me.
This is well, it's but here's the thing. These are the exact same studios. They are both the exact same studio. This is studio. Is this Wit?
Kinema Citrus.
Kinema, yes. I really enjoyed the bear droid Billy. Really cute. I think that this season did a very good job with droids.
I love the droids in this season. Amazing.
There is a lot more to talk about with droids in this season, trust me. Because my God, the Ninth Jedi, by the way. Just gonna throw that one out there. But Yuko's Treasure, I loved because the when you look at just the preview, by the way, if you open Disney Plus, you literally see Yuko's Treasure and the Lost Ones right next to each other, and they look completely different.
Mm-hmm. Which is wild.
They look so different. Well, hold on. Is it still Kinema that did this one?
Yep.
Yeah, Kinema Citrus, both of them. Yeah. They look so different, which I believe is a testament to how great a studio that they are. That they can do so many different styles. I think the voice acting on both of these, if not on every episode except for 9, does a really, really good job. I think that leaps and bounds, and I wanted to say that also. You go to Volume 1 of Visions, watch all of Volume 1, come back here, watch all of Volume 3. You will literally see the evolution of animation. In just 2.5 years, you see the evolution of animation. I think that's really, really cool. But yeah, Yuko's Treasure is my number 6, with the Lost Ones being number 5. You just said that Yuko's Treasure is your number 5. So
yeah, I loved this story a little bit more than I loved the Lost Ones. Mm-hmm. This story has been something very traditional, I feel like, for Visions. So that's why it's kind of still hits on the middle tier, is because the story is just not there per se. Like, it's not as original as I would enjoy.
One thing that I think I enjoy about Yuko's Treasure almost more than anything in Visions, well, Visions Volume 3 specifically, because other volumes have done it before. Vision 3, Yuko's Treasure does what the whole premise of Visions is like. It steps away from what Visions is supposed to be. Visions, literally, Disney said, hey, make your own Star Wars.
Yep.
And Yuko's Treasure, like, again, I've said maybe 1 or 2 episodes in each of Volume 1 and Volume 2, they're like, no, I like Star Wars how it is. We're going to be in the same universe of Star Wars because we're on Tatooine. You hear about Mos Eisley. Like, this is Star Wars. And so to hear that, it kind of makes you feel a little bit more personal towards it because it's in the world that you love, or in the universe that you love, you know?
Yep.
So that's why I think it's that's a one up that it has on the Lost Ones. My number
Four.
four. My number four is The Smuggler. Um, this one also is in the world of the known Star Wars galaxy. We have some very recognizable locations
Mm-hmm.
in this one as well. And this, I believe, is Studio Trigger. Studio Trigger is a very, very popular animation studio. Absolutely loved it. Love the voice work. Love the sound design on this as well. Um, and this one I just had a lot of fun with. This one,
Mm-hmm.
like, there's a scene in here, like one of the very last scenes, while they're escaping the planet. The main character is like too slow and goes into hyperspace. But like, if you look at the frame, if they had entered hyperspace just like 2 seconds too late, they would have crashed into that Star Destroyer and like game over. They would have just been dead in space.
Yep.
But still, it's just really, really fun. This one I thought was really cool. The fact that like one thing in here that I think is a little bit more popular than well, not really more popular than Volume 1 or Volume 2, but we again see the theme of like hiding Jedi, like Jedi that are hiding, and like we see a badass old grandma
I love that.
with an android hand.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, holy crap, this is so cool. Like, so I was like, yeah, this is gonna be way higher up on my list than I think. So that was my number 4.
My number 4, and this is kind of tied with my number 3. I have been back and forth with these. So my number 4 is going to be The Song of Four Wings, which is the Princess Leia-esque story where she goes into the village with her droid and goes and finds the survivor who happens to be a Force user. This one is by Project Studio Q, which has done the Twins. They did part of the Twins.
Yes.
In Volume 1. So they got to do their own this time. I love the animation in this. Some of the concepts is super, super cool. Again, I've gone back and forth on this one and my number 3. I just liked the story in my number 3 a little bit more than I liked this one, ultimately. So.
Okay. The Song of Four Wings is higher on my list. So we're going to leave that because I have some thoughts about Four Wings. So my number 3 is Bounty Hunters. Bounty Hunters is a really fun one for me. This is by... Oh, gosh. Oh, hold on. I was almost there. This is by Studio Wit, or Wit Studios.
Yep.
This one was also very fun. I can't remember for the life of me the voice actor for...
I think it's the boys. Not Starlight, but Karen Fukuhara?
No. I'm talking about the droid.
Oh, the droid. Okay.
So he's on Shang-Chi. He is on hilariously enough, he is on The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. Ronnie Shang.
Okay.
When you hear his voice, you immediately know who he is.
I had no idea who he was, but I don't watch The Daily Show.
So he is a comedian. the fact that he plays a droid with dual personalities, I thought was really cool. It does play into the plot, um, and the twist on the main character, um, and her backstory, because you see a flashback, but you don't see the complete flashback until later. I thought was really fun. Um, and it had some like nostalgia with it.
Mhm.
You see the roller droid, and like, oh well, he has a shield around him. How do you get through the shield? And I was like,
The Droideka.
I know how to get through the shield.
That was
And then
like, you go slow, you go slow.
and the fact that you just see the thermal detonator just go really slow into the shield, I was like, yes, I absolutely love it. But this is the episode where Jodie Turner Smith was in. She played
Okay.
Eno, which I believe was one of the slavers. So yeah, this I thought was just a really fun concept. This was also one that I'm like, ooh, you could continue this story because
Hmm.
they leave it open very much so. Um, so yeah, really, really fun episode.
Bounty Hunters is higher on my list, so I will save my thoughts.
Okay.
Oh, my next one is Birds of Paradise. I know you said this one kind of went surface level story wise for you, but I loved this story.
Mm-hmm.
I love like the tracking of the days or the trials, whatever you want to call them.
Mm-hmm.
I always have loved the concept of, okay, we're going to take a sense from you and we're going to see how you do, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So putting that into Star Wars, even though it's been done before, putting it here in such a way with such beautiful animation where you like kind of like you see her touch sensitivity on the
And
screen
that I think
peek
that
up.
is like the cleverness of it. It's like, oh, we're going to take your sight, but also make this one episode so visually appealing. So
Hmm.
it's a little bit of oxymoron there, but it was really good. I did enjoy the animation. That was one thing that I did say. Yeah.
Yeah, and I love the like the Sith character in this too. Very like Night Sister Harley Quinn-esque.
Yeah.
Um I really dug that. But I just love like the overall concept story with this one, and the animation just really got me. So,
Yeah. I understand that. Um Number 2 on my list, The Ninth Jedi, The Child of Hope. Um,
which has a
this,
to be continued on the end of it, which I love.
which I saw to be continued, I was like, they're gonna do it again. Um, I, I'm telling you, Lucasfilm, Disney, you need
Before you
a.
say green like this for another one, remember they have the season coming.
I was just gonna say, just throw it on the big screen.
Oh,
Like,
okay. I was like,
like I know that they have the series, and I'm totally down with continuing this in more than just like once a year episodes, like we're going to with the series. But after that series, throw it on the big screen. Like this has, if you want to do numbers, like genuinely, if you want to get numbers out there, guys, we just saw Demon Slayer
mhm.
beat both Superman and Fantastic Four in the box office. This would destroy any expectations that it would be in the box office. Like, genuinely. Of course, this is production IG. This episode ripped out my freaking heart.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, we're finally getting back to like the one thing that I've wanted for 2.5 years. This is the story that I've wanted for 2.5 years. And for them to end it like that, I like not only, again, surface level, small spoilers, Tito. Tito stole the show.
I was not adequately prepared for Freddie Highmore's voice acting of this because if you've seen The Good Doctor,
The Good Doctor. Yeah.
if you've seen The Good Doctor, I said, wait, is that The Good Doctor? As soon as I heard it this morning,
his very like soft spoken voice,
he's perfect for a droid.
with the, of course, added sound design for a droid, perfect. Absolutely perfect. But for the fact that they throw in the gut-wrenching, hey, go find your father, push the escape pod.
I saw it.
Oh, Katie, I couldn't cry because I was in the middle of donating plasma. I'm like, I can't sit here surrounded by people just like relaxing and me ugly cry. So I had to like just like hold it all in. I love this. I'm super excited for the, of course, series that's coming. And I just really hope that Lucasfilm sees the potential in this and keeps going.
Same. Because there's just so much good about this one. And this one is also my number 2. I love this episode so much, and it's 24 minutes. It does so much with those 24 minutes, but also does so little. Like, it uses everything perfectly to really nail what it's trying to do at the end of the day, which is, hey, okay, we know that we're the second episode, basically. We know we have time, but we're still going to make this worth your time to watch it now versus later.
Yeah.
And I just love this. I love Tito. I love the hidden ship in the asteroid field also. I always think that's the hidden ship in the asteroid, like,
like,
hey,
the
we've been
actual
here for
concept of
forever.
it.
Yeah. And I love
I thought you were talking about an Easter egg. I was like, what did I miss?
Sorry.
Bless you.
Okay, I'm good. Sorry guys. I also love that they basically tossed Kara out into space. I kind of felt like that was a nod to the haters of Leia floating in space. Even though technically Kara has a helmet and like a spacesuit-esque thing in the Star Wars fantasy thing that Production IG is doing, I still liked that they did that. Just because it's like, yeah, we know what you said, but we're gonna do it anyways. The hidden ship in the asteroid field, I feel like that is an underutilized concept for Star Wars. We have so many asteroid fields where we have a lot of people who don't want to go into said asteroid fields. You can't tell me that there's not another ship out there somewhere that's been there for thousands of years. And I think that this was super cool to do. And I hope, like, we've had it with Young Jedi Adventures with the pirate ship. But we need to include this somewhere else too. And I know, like, kind of Skeleton Crew has done it a little bit, but not in the same vibes.
Yeah.
So.
Very true.
Yeah.
Now brings us to our number 1. My number 1 being The Song of Four Wings. Now, Katie, there is an entire genre of anime named Magical Transformation oh crap, I just freaking lost it. Word salad, Jesus Christ, word vomit. Uh, Magical girl transformation. That is like an actual genre of anime.
Okay.
Of course, you have Sailor Moon. You have a whole bunch of course, overseas anime that does it. But even us here, Westerners, have also copied the concept.
Hmm.
You have seen like Teen Titans Go do this. You've probably seen the cartoon Totally Spies that has a magical girl transformation. It's a Cartoon Network show or a
I
cartoon.
know they were too scantily clad for my mother.
Ah, totally get that. Um there but it is a popular genre of animation that has been copied over and over and over again. The fact that our main character gets blown off of her speeder and her droid, Tortu, is also blown off the speeder, and she says Tortu armor mode. I immediately like again donating plasma. I have to be careful. There's a needle in my arm. Like start to get all giddy and like super excited, and she turns into an X-wing. Like I was so
Yep,
excited. Like
I
this
loved
was
it.
so cool. I love the animation for this. Uh and I'm sorry, Grogu who? I'm sorry. Woompas? Woompas is now the greatest like young Jedi Padawan force user because not only
I
can
loved
you
it.
create origami, but you know how to throw a thermal detonator. Like it was so cool. By the
Yep.
way, I think more people, even in current like canon Star Wars, should not be afraid to adapt designs of ships and like imperial walkers, because the
Yeah.
fact that we see the AT-AT with freaking 6 arms protrude out with all these guns, again another
Hmm.
jaw-dropping moment where I was like, oh my god, that looks so cool. Like this was a very cool episode. And again, the fact that our main character literally got to fly like an X-wing, super cool. Absolutely loved it. This is my number one. So yeah, I'm already aware of what your number one is, but go ahead and talk about
So Bounty Hunters is my number one. I laughed so hard at Eva. I loved the dual personality droid. I think we've kind of talked about it some with Master of Evil. I love when a droid can do multiple personalities.
it. Hmm.
Like it just is super awesome. Um, so uh, Eva made this for me, but I also really love Seven. I love her as a character. I feel like she has um kind of the trauma that a lot of studios are trying to give female characters right now, but
Hmm.
that she's made something of it and has kind of built something on her own. And like you said, they kind of left this one open um at the end for like, hey, what do you think could happen next?
Hmm.
And I'd love to see what would happen next. I love Seven. And I want to know more about her. I love the flashback, and then we finish the flashback. We change how it looks kind of to the eye of the
Hmm.
beholder later on. Um, like that made the episode for me, getting to that point where we go, hey, like the Jedi did something good for you here. And I know like Visions has kind of turned on its head, like, hey, you could be a Jedi for the good, but also like in the duel, for instance, the Jedi are the bad guys.
Yeah.
So and ultimately, yes. Is it all about balance? Yes. But at the end of the day, I think we all want the good guys to win, and we all want to know that the Jedi are the good guys at heart.
Yes, but one thing that we have learned to really understand here on Star Wars Alliance is that it's all about perspective. It's from a certain point of view is the biggest
Yep.
thing here. And I do like that in the beginning, you even said it, the flashback is portrayed as like there's somebody with a green lightsaber and they look like they're slaughtering people. What
Yep.
the hell is going on? That was what my first thought whenever you see this first flashback. And then when you see in true context what it is at the very end, I'm like, ah, that's clever. I like that.
Yeah.
Um, and even when you hear Seven in the episode with like, oh, I can't wait to find that Jedi again and give her a piece of my mind. Like,
Hmm.
you're like, oh, so like does like because it still makes you question. Like, yeah, there's a little bit of a smirk at the end of that sentence. Are you saying it in a good way or a bad way? You know?
Yeah.
So I really enjoy that.
Definitely my favorite. Definitely more I would like to see of this concept. In fact, if I'm not going to see more of it, I'd love to read a novel about
Yes.
it.
I
So I think
think
this would be a next great Visions novel.
when I am looking at my list, because I was literally about to ask you the same question. Out of our ranking, what would you like to see in a novel? And truly, I think this has kind of the best hope for a novel because
I I would think so too.
there's so much stuff that has already been established.
Hmm.
Like you have this other like uh billionaire type of like corporation
Yep.
that is like the center point. And you're like, okay, so you're kind of playing along with that, of course, with slavers. Like I think that was very obvious from the very beginning. As soon as you introduce the what is revealed to be a slave, you see her and you're like, oh, that's a slave. Um it's very obvious.
Yeah.
Um but then of course they play along with it. I think this would be a very fun novel. Not only a really fun novel, I think this would be a very fun audiobook as well.
Ooh,
Um,
yeah.
so,
Have the comedian guy come back and do all the voices.
oh, that would be so good, actually. So he could do the alternative voices. Well, there is a little something that kind of spoils the fact that he doesn't have an alternative voice, but you know.
You
Um,
know.
but still, I think they would be very very fun. So yeah, that is our rankings for volume
Coming
3.
in right under the hour mark, guys. We did
Yes.
it.
Yes, we did it under an hour. Again, we will be going back and talking about each one of these episodes in greater depth. Now we are doing it in threes. We're doing I think the way that our planning has it is
Yeah,
we're
so we're
doing
doing the 5th, the 12th, or I'm sorry, we're doing live episodes on the 5th and the 19th. And then we will have a pre-recorded episode to go live on Thanksgiving because obviously we're
yes.
not recording the day before Thanksgiving, guys. Um I am having a hernia repair on the 7th, so we're not going to be recording on the 12th. You guys will get to hear the first episode of our Patreon exclusive show that we have going on right now where we are going through the new Jedi Order books. So our review of Vector Prime will be up on the 12th for everyone. Next week along with the 3 episodes we will be covering, which I'm thinking probably we're going to be covering the Song of Four Wings, the Bounty Hunters, because those were our 2 number ones. And then we'll
Hmm.
probably include Black in there just because I
Just to
don't think
get it
we'll have a
over
lot
with.
to see. Just to get it over with. And that way we can say we did it, but spend the rest of the time on that. And then, guys, we've had more Hunt for Ben Solo things kind of dropping and where that's at. So we'll talk more about that campaign next week as well.
Which, by the way, that is legitimately going to be my Halloween costume officially. I am going to be a wanted poster for missing Kylo Ren. I made the
You're
decision today.
you're gonna make a hanging Chad.
Yeah, I'm literally gonna just put it right there. So it's gonna be so fun. Um, guys, remember we do have an Instagram account as well as a Threads and a Blue Sky account. So please go follow us on social media. Um, I put all of our links to each and every episode in our stories when they are released, as well as, of course, pushing out some more content. Um, I am really close to finally being able to say what I've been working on for the past 2 months, and the reason why content has been kind of fluctuating throughout all the socials. But
Along
uh,
with potty training your toddler.
as we finally got a cooking timer, and we are giving her trauma while doing all of this because she hears that timer and it scares the absolute shit out of her every single time. She like jumps. My dog hates it. My dog even like stares it down like because you can hear it's an old school kitchen timer. So you can hear the tick 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 of the actual timer. So my dog just like stares at it and he's waiting. He's literally waiting for it to go off just to bark at it. And I'm like, dude, you can just go about your life. You can live, relax, do whatever. But as soon as it goes off, both Amberlynn and Flynn just go nuts for like a split second. And I'm like, okay, guys, we can go back to normal. Go to the potty. You lay down. Everything's fine. But we are getting progress. Progress is being made. So I feel like a very proud parent. Not so proud of what happened today in the car. She threw a plastic bottle at my head. So
Ooh.
yeah, it is like one of those. I don't. Of course, I think of course Mara is too young to have these, but they are little juice like
Yeah, the little
bottles
character
with the
ones.
characters. Yes, the characters at the very top. Thankfully it was empty, but she threw it, and the character part hit me square in the back of the head while Abby was driving. Um,
Well, at least she didn't throw it at Abby, I
that
guess.
that is true. True. Not gonna say that that's a good thing. Um, but when she did it, like I had like a knee jerk reaction. I'm like, hold on, she's my child. I need to calm down. I need to calm down. Uh, but like I'm probably gonna get canceled for this. When we finally got home into the parking lot of our apartment, we sat down and we talked to her. I was still in the front seat. She was still in her car seat, and she was not fully getting it because we were like telling her like, hey, should you be throwing things? And she's like, yeah, because you told me no, blah blah blah. And I was like, fine. And so I grabbed the bottle and I threw it at her head. Again, not forcefully, not hard. I just like tossed it to her head. It bonked her in the forehead and like she put both hands and then like looked at me like all mad. And I was like, did that hurt? She's like, yes. I was like, do you think when you threw it at me, it hurt me? And she's like, yeah. I was like, okay, so we don't hurt people. We're learning lessons here. So,
That's a good lesson. Because like I was putting Mara in the car and I was a little frantic and everything. And so I smacked her head on the top of the door and I get her in the seat and she goes, ow. I'm like, I'm
Katie,
sorry.
that won't be the last time you do that because me and Abby do it all the time.
Oh yeah, I know.
And Amberlynn will just look at me and her every single time. She does the exact same thing. We hit her head on the floor. We say sorry, and then she looks at us for a very long time and goes, ow. Like,
I don't even know where she learned ow. Like, where did that happen?
It's so great. But yeah, guys. Of course, you can find me on any and all social media that we have our Instagram, our show, Star Wars Alliance. So follow me there. And follow me there because there will be an announcement fairly soon.
Woo, woo.
Yeah.
All right, y'all can follow me on most social media platforms. It is at Slace and Katie. Remember, like Clay said, we're on Blue Sky, Threads, and Instagram at Star Wars Alliance with no A in the words. Very important. Don't forget it. That is also the username of the email. You can reach us at Star Wars Alliance at gmail.com. Remember, no A in the words. I'm sorry, guys. I say it every time. So with that, guys, I want to wish everyone a great day or night, whatever time of day you are listening or watching, and we will see y'all next time. May the Force be with you.